So
Crazy.
you guys end up meeting Africa Baby Bam, right, from the
Yep.
Jungle Brothers,
Yep.
and they introduced you. He introduced you to the native tongues.
Native tongues, yep. And every day now, me and Juju was in this school program, and they would finish like we'll be done with school by like 1 o'clock. So every day 1 o'clock we'll jump on a train, go down to Manhattan, and go chill at the studio. It was called Calliope Studios, and Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, um, Black Sheep, Tribe Called Quest, everybody, Queen Latifah, everybody was at the studio, and they was all on the come up. Like they wasn't even famous yet. Everybody was just rocking demos, and I already had been in the studio. Remember, working with the Philadelphia dudes, so I already had a little knowledge of the studio. I had drum machines in my crib already, and a lot of shit. And me and Juju had a lot of break beats that we used to cut in. So we had a lot of shit. So yeah, just go in the studio and put in our little inputs and with Jungle Brothers, and sometimes we would give them little records, flip these drums, a little break beats, little 45s or whatever. So I was there through a lot of that shit, Forces of Nature and all that shit with Jungle Brothers.
Wow. And what was it like? Like, what was like Q-Tip like, and everything at that time? Like seeing the early stage.
I mean, Q-Tip was just like us, man. He was like, he would love digging for records. Like me and Juju used to be digging for records in Manhattan, and I'll be going through the crates, and all of a sudden I feel a finger tapping me on my shoulder. I'll turn around and it's Q-Tip. I'm like, oh shit. So we'll just all end up digging and shit, And it's crazy because talking about digging, like me, Large Professor, a bunch of us used to go to the record conventions, and the record conventions is you got vendors from everywhere with the best break beats and the best records in the world, and they cost a lot of money. So we didn't have too much money, so we used to be like bagging them a lot, like stealing a lot of records, and we had our little thing that we used to do. Like one dude would entertain the guy, and the other dude will just be stacking them up, boom, boom, in a bag, in a duffel bag. And so yeah, we used to do a lot of crazy shit. Like me and Large Professor, we made this record store in Manhattan go out of business. We were stealing so much. Yo, we were stealing so many records. It was on 11th Street and Broadway. I could talk about it because it ain't there no more. But
Statue of limitations too.
yeah. But yo, funny stories. Like we got a song with Large Professor. If you listen to that song, it's called "The Originator." He talks about it in his rap, but it's funny.
What year is this?
This is this is like late 80s, like real late 80s, like 89 maybe. 89.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 90. But there used to be this record store, like I said, on Broadway, and it was on the second floor. It was like a second floor building. So it was only one dude all the way in the front of the store, and he would leave us just digging. So what we would do is dig for all the records we want. So we'll just stack them up, and go to the back. But there was a window in the back, and we'll stack them up by the window. And Large Professor would run downstairs, go outside, and I would just be like Frisbee, throwing them out the window, and he'll be catching them, packing them up. So this is like broad daylight. People going to work in Manhattan, and they're just seeing records flying out this fucking building, like, and we're just stacks and stacks and stacks. Every day we would do this. We'll hit the store, boom, 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 just cleaning them out. We cleaned them out of business. Like we took all the fire, every fire. So that explains why we had so much heat in the early days. Us, like Large Professor, Beatnuts, we had that fire because we was fucking heisting these stores.
What was the reaction when the store went out of business? Were you guys like, oh shit, like
It's our fault. Yeah, it was like, yo, we did it. It's our fault. It's our fault, man. We fucking cleaned this store out. Yeah, but it was funny because people would just going to work, people, in the morning, and they just seeing records flying out the second floor, the window of the building. And I'm just flinging them, flinging them, flinging them. And sometimes we'll buy. That was the whole thing, because we used to spend so many hours in that store. It was like, yo, we gotta buy at least one record, so it could look like, okay, we're. So we would buy one record, but meanwhile we just, so crazy.
right? You got to lower the suspicion at least to be
Yeah, yeah,
like, why you guys always in here?
yeah. You spend so much hours in here, but you don't buy shit. I was like, yeah. So we have to buy at least one. We'll buy like this one, boom. So
Right.